Okay, so we've got the tape in the camera now. The connection to a computer or a recorder is done by this firewire socket here. It's just under a flap there. And there's two slightly different types. This particular one is a kind of longer firewire cable, which is like this. There is another type, which is this type here. It's a smaller one. Now you've got to be a little careful with firewire. As I say, it's a proprietary Sony format, so they have it a lot on a lot of their equipment in the sort of late 2000s and early sort of 2010s. The problem with them is the risk of static damage. So what I'm going to do as a precaution is to power the camera down, and I'm going to remove the battery before I connect the cable. Now the reason I've done this, I'm going through this long process, not because there's anything wrong with the camera, but because I have personally broken about 3 cameras by not following this protocol. I don't think there's any risk with this. The risk is with the firewire connector, the pins are actually so near to the ends that if you touch metal, it can actually short out the pins. And once firewire is broken, it's broken. You won't be able to use it again. So it's a precaution. I just don't want to have any risk. There's few enough of these cameras around. So let's go ahead and power it down. It's not really an issue here because the issue is if you earth the cable, and there is no connection to earth here. Just going to remove the battery. So this is really pedantic and I'm sure completely unnecessary. And then plug the cable in. As I say, there's actually no metal parts on the casing here, it's all plastic, but there is metal on the computer, and so it's a good idea to have the cable already plugged in to the computer first and then connect up to the camera. Okay, let's put the battery back in now. All right, we can power up into video mode because we are going to be wanting to play back the tape. Okay, that's powered up. So let's just rewind. And hit play, and then come over to the computer. It should be connected now. And let's see, I might need to just restart this because I've disconnected the camera since the video recorder. So let's just put QuickTime in, because a QuickTime is an application on an Apple systems to play back these sort of things. This will also work with edit software like Final Cut Pro on the Mac. There's me talking to myself. Just switch to HDV. That should be the camera input now. Okay, and that's playing back from the camera, as you can see. So that confirms that's working correctly. So it's kind of like a feed, but what you can't do with this is to output a live feed from the camera and just view it on a computer like an external monitor. But why would you? I mean, you've got an HDMI input, this little thing here, and there's an absolute plethora of monitors that can support that. So why would you want to bother with that? But all of the functions working here will reflect the screen here. So all we'd need to do here if we wanted to make a recording of that would be hit the record button, and that would actually record. It's not actually, it doesn't output sound live, but you can see the little audio meter on here is actually moving. It's a very low sound signal actually on this particular recording, but you don't hear it when you're actually transferring the tape. One of the negatives of doing this is that you are, if you've got a 50-minute recording, it will take you 50 minutes to transfer. It's basically a one-to-one transfer time, which you have to allow for that if you've got a lot of recordings. But I used to get in a habit of just transferring them one after the other and just setting a timer, go and watch some TV and come back. But there we are. That's the firewire working from camera via the firewire cable into the laptop